The first thing you see in your nutrition plan is MyFitnessPal Goal box in the top right. This indicates the calories and the protein, carbohydrates and fat values that you're looking for per day, which is also translated into your nutrition plan below in the blue, purple and pink boxes. Let's take a look at your nutrition plan properly. In this example sheet, this client has 2,200 calories to consume on a Monday. Those calories are broken into macronutrient portions, which are each 100 calories. Protein in the blue, carbs in the purple and fats in the pink. Each of these portions adds up to 2,200 calories in total. On the left, you have boxes split again into proteins, carbohydrates and fats. Each box is a food list. This is the protein, this is the carbohydrates, which is 2 per meal because often it's easier to add 2 carbohydrate sources, and 1 for fats. Again, very extensive, but you can add more sources if you like. Added together, these are what help you build your breakfast, lunch, snacks and dinners. On the right hand side, you can see proteins, carbs and fats and their relevant portion allocations. I can change the portions that I have of each food source using a drop down menu. When I change this, it will change the serving size that I'm given. Let's do that now. So if I drop that down to 0, you'll see I can have no portions of bacon. When I add it 1, I can have 3 portions of bacon, and if I go up to 2, I can have 6 servings of bacon. Let's bring that back down to 1 for now. Along the bottom row you can see a running total for proteins, carbohydrates and fats, which all currently match the top allocated boxes blue, purple and pink. If I change the portion of protein to 0, you'll see that I'm now 1 short from the bottom up to the top. I have 5 at the bottom, 6 at the top and my boxes have turned red. So to fix that, I add 1 and they go back to blue. That means I've got the correct number of portions. If I were to take 1 away and add 1 to another meal, that would be okay, because my daily total still remains the same at the bottom and the top. If these 3 boxes are the right colours, you know your day's correct. Let's create one from scratch. For breakfast, I can insert in 2 ways. One, I can type and I can find from the menu oats, which I have done. Or I can go into the drop down section and I can search, and again I will find my whey protein that I'm going to put through my oats. Within that, I'm going to have some peanut butter, so I'll select that there. And now I have 1 protein, 1 carbohydrate and 1 fat source. I'm going to then go to uncounted nutrients. This list I can use anything and I don't have to count it, and I'm looking for berries, which I'll put through this meal. That's it selected, but I also want to add some flavouring. At the bottom of this list I can add sugar-free syrups. I'm looking at my portions. I've got 25 grams of protein, which is roughly 1 scoop. That's perfect for me. I want 2 portions of oats, 60 grams, again that's a good size portion for me, and 1 portion of peanut butter. I'm looking at that thinking 15 grams doesn't feel like very much, I want to add some more, so I'll bring that up to 1.5, 22.5 grams. So now that I'm happy that I've added my breakfast, I'm going to get on with the rest of the day. I'm going to look at lunch here, and I would like a jacket potato with tuna, I know that much. For my fat source, I'm going to have a look at the list, and I think mozzarella would go in there quite nicely, so let's add that. In my uncounted ingredients, I can put in salad items like lettuce and cucumber. I can also add in things like Hellmann's Lighter Than Light mayonnaise to go through my tuna to make it taste better. It's a much better option with lower calories than full fat meal. I'm going to skip my snack for now and I'm going to go to dinner. Make sure that I get my breakfast, lunch and dinner tracked first. I think I'll have some mince with pasta. There's a difference between dry weight and cooked weight, and it's a big difference in calories because it weighs a lot more when it's cooked. So I've selected dry weight because I'm going to weigh it before I cook it. Make sure you get that part right. I'm going to have pesto as my fat source here, and again I'm adding in the extra items that don't need to be counted that can turn my food sources into a meal. I've got some passata, some onion, some mixed herbs, some garlic, and I'd like to put some green veg into that as well, so I think that spinach is probably a good option to put in there. There we go. Now that breakfast, lunch and dinner are all tracked, and I feel that my portion sizes are quite good, I can move on to my snacks. I know that before I train, I like to have a bowl of cereal. It gives me really good energy. So for my snack 1, I'm going to find cereal in my list. This can be any cereal really, most of them are the same in calories. I've selected that, and I'm going to select milk. Whole milk and semi-skim milk are in your list. You can pick which one you prefer. Your portion size will be slightly different. At night time I like to have quite a big snack. I like to eat at night time. So I'm going to go for 0% Greek yogurt. I'd like to put some jam or honey through that for some flavour, and I like to break up some chocolate through that too, as a little bit of a treat. That's my day pretty much tracked. When I look down the bottom I can see blue and purple, but red for fat, which means my fat's off slightly. I'm going to look down the list and see where I can take 0.5 portions of fat away from, and it looks like chocolate to me is the best option. So I reduced the portion of chocolate slightly, but all of my carbs, proteins and fats are matching now, and that's a full day tracked perfectly.